Alright, we are watching Awayin, who is a Gold 2 Kiriko. This is what they said. I'm a Gold 2 support. I've been really struggling to climb. I don't have any high level friends to ask. I'm hoping someone here would be willing to help me see what I could be doing differently. This game was a close loss, I thought I played better than I normally do, so I thought this was a good game to review. This game also started an 8-game losing streak. Okay, that's rough. And my later games I played worse from tilt. Yeah, definitely need to manage the tilt. Anyway, for anyone who decides to do this, thank you. Okay, let's take a look. So for starters, looking at your lineup, you have an Orisa, who's a very brawly tank. You also have a Mercy here, so I would assume that you will. It's kind of tricky, right? Because like you or the Mercy could be pocketing the DPS. I kind of play by ear. I'd probably stay with my tank by default initially, because I think Mercy's still a better DPS pocketer because she has damage boost, while you can only save people. So I would still be thinking here: stay with my Orisa, enable my Orisa, flash to my DPS or Mercy to save them if necessary, but mostly still stay on the Orisa.
Bad guys.
One second, my sound is too low now. Let's do that. Alright, so they also have a Mei. That's interesting. So the Mei is walled you off. So for starters, you're playing like super conservatively, right? Like this is like a safe position for you, but your Orisa's in, and your Orisa is going to expect that like a non-stop stream of healing to be able to do things, right? From here, you can't get to the Orisa, and your heals take time to travel. So you got to be stepping. This is a bad idea. You're just wasting time shooting this wall, which is going to fade away, honestly, even before anyone's going to destroy this segment. So plus you do 40 damage of shots, so you're like the worst person to destroy barrier shields, Mei walls, things like that, right? You should just walk around. The shield's not preventing your Orisa from backing up. It's a bad wall for the most part. Okay, you step here, which I don't think is necessary, right? Your Cassidy is missing 40 health right now. Like, this is not an urgent situation. Like, I can understand that maybe you just want to reposition, but I think that you could have done that just simply by walking to the left. And I think that not having step right now makes you vulnerable if they have any form of dive, or if you take a headshot from Cassidy right now. Example, all right? So you got to see your Mei's injured right now. You got to kind of... Honestly, I don't even think you need to stand high ground. I think you can just... Because, like, you're losing some of your healing because you have to turn down. Also, we've lost track of where your Cassidy is. I think he's probably in the Mega Room. Oh no, he's behind you. All right, so you need to keep an eye on the Cassidy as well, right, in this situation, because yeah, your Mercy's with them. So now your Mercy's with Cassidy, for sure you'd be healing your Orisa here. So I would be walking forward right now and even potentially dropping low, because again, there's a delay in your healing to get to your Orisa, which means she could die. She pop Fortify. Again, you're line of sighting your own Orisa right now. Like, this doesn't make any sense. You're not under any pressure. No one's shooting you right now. I can understand if they have like a Widow or Hanzo, like anything that could be putting pressure on you, but you're literally, like, I don't think anyone's even shot at you yet. I think you need to step down here and play with your Orisa. I wouldn't, like, you've already seen her get stuck. Like, even if she doesn't get stuck, like, your Cassidy, just let your Cassidy win the fight and like kind of focus on the fight in front of you. Like, your Cassidy's full health. There's no reason he's gonna lose that fight for her, so. Okay, you see the Reaper is teleporting. I think this is reasonable. Like, you ping. It's not really your job to hunt him down, right? Just keep tabs on him, right? Definitely be healing your Mercy there, who you saw was half health. You saw your Cassidy went in, right? So right here, instead of kind of looking at the Reaper, right? I noticed the fact that my Cassidy's in here. I step to him and then help him, right? Because if he dies right here, we're suddenly gonna be down one, right? And I can 100% save him. Nobody's under any pressure here. Like, yeah, your Mercy's taking some damage, but the Reaper's not gonna kill your Mercy in this situation. Like, your Mercy still has like many escapes, and the Mei and the Reaper here, right? Like little things like that, being able to play with Cassidy. Like, he might have lost that one-on-one, but if you flash there, there's like no way he's gonna lose a one-on-one anymore, and that can be game altering. You'll probably see examples of it later. Like, yeah, great job getting the Reaper kill, but like your team was gonna kill him regardless. Like, that kill was functionally irrelevant from your perspective. Okay, so your Cassidy's like way deep in, right? You should be playing off of this, because why not? Like, you don't have anything to do right here. The cart moves at max 1x speed, right? It's not like Payload where more people moves it faster, slightly faster. I think your focus here should be to go forwards and then help your Cassidy and keep healing him and pocketing him right here. Right, because he can definitely die there. There's no reason. You're playing so far back, right? It's like there's no like visor here. There's no shatter. Like, you just won one fight. Like, no one's gonna have ultimate for the most part. You should be playing closer up. All right, so you're doing a good job here pre-healing. I think it's really, really important as Kiriko. You like snapped back for some reason. My sound's kind of low, but I don't think I heard anything that would indicate to me that there's a reason for you to snap back. You ate a little bit of spam. Okay, you need to be paying attention. You ate that first spam. right? You gotta register, hey, the Junkrat's here, I have to be moving like left, right, relative to that Junkrat, right? So if we think of this as this way, you wanna be moving like this relative to the Junkrat. You don't wanna be moving forward like this, which makes you much easier to hit. Okay, so you pop Suzu there for no reason. So Junkrat like types do 120 damage. He cannot one tap with it. Right? You're 200 health. You walk up here. Right? There's no reason for you to have popped Suzu. Let's see. Right? Card forward. Again, the reason why you're getting a hit here is because you're walking forwards. Right? That's where you eat the shot. You did not eat the Suzu here. Mercier's only healing you. You're under no danger. Alright, it's capped. So your Risa's kind of going on an adventure right now. Your Cassie has stepped forward and died. This is kind of tricky. I think this is not really your job to go up there. Your Mercy's already pocketing the Cassie. Like, it is what it is. Like, you definitely could have saved the Cassie if you went there, but I don't think it's your job to in this situation. Like, someone still needs to be moving the cart. Your Risa's doing something funny on the right. I would probably be in the same position as you, just kind of chilling. So your Cassie's down 1. It's now 4 and 5. They also have big high ground advantage. They've rezzed. I think your Suzu was trying to help your Mercy get the res off, which I think is a good idea. It's really far away. The timing was wrong, but I think the idea is right there. Yeah, pre-healing, moving cart. This is pretty much your job. Reaper's there. Right. That's fine. Okay, so right there, the moment I see this, I flash. Right? Step to your Cassidy right away. Why? Well, it's a one-on-one. Okay, you know there's not anybody else there because you can see your team on the other side of them. Right? So if we go over here, I know there's not going to be like 3 people standing right here fighting my Cassidy because I see the rest of my team has advanced to their spawn. So the most important thing here is I want to make sure my Cassidy wins this fight. Yes, it means the card's not moving, but that's okay. It's more important almost universally. I think that's something that lower ranks in particular get wrong. It is universally more important to win the fight than it is to move the cart. Because if you stay on cart and your team dies, you're going to move the cart maybe like this much, and then they're going to come and kill you. And then you're staggered. So, like, what's the point, right? Just win the fight. If you win the fight, you're going to push it all the way up over here. So, focus on winning the fight for sure, right? Definitely step up here and then help your Cassidy. So, you're slow. So, you like, Suzu him, but, like, at that point, like, also make sure the Reaper dies, right? Go up here, get the kill, right? I mean, like, yeah, it's like theoretically you should win this, but like, why not? Like, at this point, this is kind of like a dangerous scenario. The rest of your team's kind of forward. I would make sure that the Reaper dies here.
Robots pushing. Heroes never die.
All right, so critical health heroes. Again, if you stepped earlier, you would have step up now. So in this scenario, I would do the first one to the Orisa and the second to the Mei. The Mei is blocked, so now I can focus on the Orisa. But I'm thinking, hey, my Mei's probably going to need help because she's probably going to come out and still be low. You want to be advancing forwards. Again, the cart matters way less than being in position to give healing, right? I would have stepped forward right now. I'd be like walking forward towards my Orisa to get ready to save my Mei. Now you pop rush. Right? There's no reason not to pop rush. You know, like, everyone is here. It is like a 5-on-5, right? If you win this fight, the game's probably over. Okay, you pop rush, like, late, but it's fine. Okay. So, you know, your Cassidy's in. So your Risa's taking damage right now. You throw a long-range Suzu, which I mean, I think you step to the Orisa here, right? Your Orisa's basically whenever people are critical, and I know it's not like a 2-on-1, 3-on-1 type situation, I jump to them right away and save them, right? Your whole team is here. The most important thing is don't lose your Orisa, right? Because your Orisa's got to walk for forever. If your Orisa dies here, she's never coming back unless your Mercy gets the res. So I think you should make sure here that your Orisa does not die, and then go back to the cart. You have to. So an important thing right here is ult tracking, right? So we haven't seen an ulti in a while. So in particular, the DPS ulti is Sigma switch, so I don't think you have to worry about that. But I would be thinking, hey, Junkrat, is he going to ulti Death Blossom? I would assume he doesn't have it. I would assume that he has Death Blossom right now, and I'd be playing accordingly, right? In particular, saving Suzu for when that's coming. All right, Tire's coming. Could you have saved him? You have 10 seconds now. Yeah, he eats it. So, yeah, I wouldn't fret so much about walking away. You're like probably one of the best supports against Junkrat because your Swift Step gives you invulnerability and moves you away. So you can play a little closer there and like try to scout out where the tire is, try to put some damage, force him to pop it early, and then Swift Step away or Suzu yourself now that you have it there to stay alive. Okay. So while this is going on, right, your Orisa's in deep. Okay. She's gotten the kill on the Junkrat. I see that she's in. I see the Reaper. You should be swift stepping in. Now you see she's critical. I would swift step to her right away and try to save her. Like, she's alive for a long time there. Let's watch it from the Risa perspective. She goes through, she kills the Junkrat. Takes a hit, takes a hit, takes a hit, takes a hit, spins, right? Like, you definitely could have saved her there. It was just the Reaper, who was already only had probably 4 shots left, if that. Yeah, so he had 2 shots there. You definitely could have healed through this, no problem, even without Suzu. So, big mistake. I think if your Orisa lives there, very different, right? Your Cassidy is dead, yes, but Cassidy's rezzed. You would still be in 5-on-5 right now if you save the Orisa. Plus, I think your Reaper forced out Wraith on Reaper, so you might have actually killed the Reaper right after that. Okay, you're healing the Mercy here, which is the right call, right? Again, this is now 4-on-5. There's not really much of an expectation that you're going to win this. I assume everyone's going to die here. You're doing the correct thing, is backing away. Okay, again, yeah. Right. This is the kind of thing, it's like if you're going to get away, you kind of need to make sure that you go fast enough. This, like, what you guys do right here is really way out of sync. Why? Oh, you use Suzu's tries. Yeah, I mean, this is tough. I think that you simply start getting out of here probably a little sooner. Basically, like, after your Orisa dies, right here, I'm like, okay, it's like, is a play gonna happen here? Probably not. They also have Lucio. Once Rally stopped, I don't think I try to get away. I think I just die here, right? Rally is speed, right? Lucio also is speed. I think you just die right here versus you guys end up wasting like another 10 plus seconds trying to get away and then dying. So we'll just play that. See what happens. Alright, so you're staggered. The Orisa is going to die here. It gets a kill. Oh, never mind. She gets the kill. Big play for the Orisa. Okay, so now we come back to the fight. Oh, okay. So let's figure out what happens here. Alright. You come back to the fight. Oh, you swift step right away into her. Okay. So you swift step, you Suzu, right, which is good. You kind of lose track of the Orisa. You wall climb, right? I think better tracking there would be a good idea, but it's fine. Doesn't make a difference in this fight. So, what do you eat there that you suddenly take 140 damage? Okay, so you eat a Junkrat mine? What the heck do you... What damages you right here? Oh, it's this pipe. Yeah, so that just bounced. That's kind of lucky. All right, so you eat that, which is fine. I would definitely play defensive. I would play left wall here, right, versus right wall where they can see me. I would play left wall right here. I still want to maintain. Yep, there's the right call. All right, your Reese across the corner, so now I need to step forward no matter what. I keep healing. I would jump less. There's no reason to be jumping right now. It just throws off your own aim. No thing's even aiming at you. Okay, stop shooting the Junkrat. Like, there's basically no chance that you get this kill. Just keep healing your Orisa. Right. Okay, again, you're getting line of sighted by the bus because you aren't close enough, right? You can't, like, you can tell your Orisa is chasing this. Like, you can see the 6 low. You're moving backwards instead of forwards, which means this is delayed, which means now your Orisa's taking damage and not being healed, right? You're looking back. Nope, keep following your Orisa. Yeah, okay, now you see forward. Right here, this moment, like, it's a chase down, right? The team is down 2. This is a chase down. I want to make sure nobody dies in this chase down. I teleport to my Mei right here and keep healing her so that she doesn't die, because her dying here would be really bad. Her Mercy moves forward, which is the right call. She does what you should have been doing, but it's fine. Alright, keep topping them off. Honestly, I mean, your team's playing pretty well. I have no complaints about your team. Like, obviously, you guys are basically steamrolling. I'm surprised that the other team ends up winning this. Something weird has to happen. Okay, so this is a mistake. Where's your tank? Your tank is behind you. Why are you ahead of the tank? Don't be here. This is very dangerous, right? Okay, you understand. You play back. One thing, if you watch the Owl Finals, Field does a really good job. It's just having line of sight of only your team and not their team. That way, they can't actually hit you. Don't waste too much time trying to chase down this Pharah. Again, like, the Mercy's probably going to get her. Focus on your Orisa here, right? You see, you spend way too much time trying to track down this Pharah, right? I look, right? I pan to the right. I'm like, look, it is what it is. I can go back to the Orisa because the Pharah's safe right now anyway. Safe-ish. Okay, So a number of mistakes are happening right here. So number one, you're spending way too much time looking at the Pharaoh. Ultimately, the Pharaoh is your Mercy's responsibility, right? Your Mercy may actually be healing the Orisa because you're not. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening here. Your Mercy is focusing, and this is Mercy's mistake, to be clear. But the Mercy's like, oh, like no one's healing. Like if your Mercy saw you standing right here healing the Orisa, I don't think she's looking here. I think she's looking at the rest of your team. So you're kind of compounded this mistake by not looking, right? Now, if we watch from your Orisa's perspective, I could tell that she's going to get purpled here, right? Which you could cleanse, then she can take a bunch of damage, then she takes more damage, then she takes more damage, and then she dies. So let's track how long it is since the last time that you heal your Orisa. Right? Okay, you don't even heal her before that. Okay, so that's the last heal I think you get, 411. Oh no, okay, wait, 413, 413. Okay, this is where we're here. So starting from 413, let's watch from your tank's perspective. Okay, that's the last time that your tank gets any healing from you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 whole seconds go by where you are not looking at your tank. Because let's figure out what you're doing this period of time. So what was so important that you didn't want to keep your tank up? Right. So Pharah, okay, we already covered the Pharah. That was a mistake. Okay, the soldier's right there. You know what? It is what it is. He's already Helix. He's not going to kill anybody instantly. Go back to your tank, right? Especially when I look up and I realize that my tank's been purpled. Stop pocketing. Nope, that's a bad Suzu, right? First of all, you somehow missed yourself, which is kind of weird. But second, it's like your tank needs you, or you potentially heal your Mercy here, right? Your Mercy dies. There's your tank, and now you're dead. So 3 people, well, 2 people died there that you could have saved. But you could have saved the Mercy, you could have saved the Orisa, right? And the Pharaoh wasn't really your job to heal. And losing track of what was going on in the front and tunnel visioning on your weak Pharaoh is like, what was the problem? Additionally, like your positioning is just not ideal here, right? Because you can't really see everything that's going on because you walk too far forwards. If you'd been playing right here, okay, like the whole time, and getting ready to like walk forwards if your Orisa turns the corner, it would have been way easier for you to see the Pharah instead of right here, which is too extended, and then you had to play this like ring around the rosy to try to heal your Pharah. So like small things about your positioning can result in death, right, and losing. Okay, coming together. Your Pharah's not here yet. Your Orisa pops fortify, which is not a good call. You definitely want to wait your Pharah here. You're kind of healing right now. It's fine. Okay, 5 on 5, right? I think I pop rush here, right? It's 5 on 5. Terror Surge is not a good ultimate. I would never. It's not like grab. I would never expect to win because of Terror Surge. I pop rush here just to make sure we win. Yeah. Okay, so he kills 1, which is honestly lucky. Okay, Tire's coming. You hear it right next to you. You get away, which is fine. It's not ideal. Okay, you should go. Okay, I think that's reasonable to heal. Okay, look back at your Orisa. Okay, Orisa's here. Okay, your pathing here is all kind of wonky because I think either you climb back up or you pick left or right. Right? For example, right now, which would follow my Orisa to the right. Or if you want to climb over the top. But then you go left and you kind of reconsider, and now you're buying a lot of time where your Orisa's not being healed. Again, doesn't need it in this situation, but little things like that can result in you losing. Right? Because people die when you can't reach them. And it's your fault because your pathing is not good, not theirs. Alright, moving the cart. You notice that none of the things that I've said are related to attacking, right? It's all about healing and positioning and timing of Suzu's in particular. Okay, so again, playing really far back. Like it's really hard because think about this can block your heals. The I don't know, we'll call it news bulletin can block your heals. The robot can block your heals. There's a lot of things to prevent you from healing the Orisa here, right? You have to step forward. You have to step forward. I don't know why you're healing these full health people in the back when your Orisa's deep in there. It feels like you're very scared to fall on your Orisa. Like this is what playing support's like, right? Like your tank chooses the timing and the type of attack that they're going to do. You have to follow that, right? That's just the short answer. If you're like, oh, my tank is feeding, feed with them because you're not going to win without your tank anyway, right? It's not like your tank's going to die. And you're like, oh, I'm going to clutch this 4 and 5. You're not going to do that. Your tank has to stay alive here, right? So again, you're really far back, which means your Orisa is not able to be as aggressive because again, your Orisa hasn't gotten any healing from you so far, and she still only has 200 health, but she probably popped all of her abilities just to not die. So that's your fault for just not enabling here.
Let the Kitsune
right?
guide you.
So you pop Kitsune. Okay, that's like way too far for you to heal. Like at this point, go back to this fight's kind of lost already, but you know, visor's gone off. You know, I think attacking here is reasonable because this fight's not really winnable. Again, you see the Sigma is frozen right next to you. Of all times to try to go for a kill, right now, right now, yeah, just go for the headshots, because you're down 2 already. We're down 1 at least. I think that you have to make a play. Both the other 2 heroes on your team, like you can tell they're not critical. Otherwise, you see the critical indicator. I would try to kill the Sigma right here. Right. You heal the Mei, but ultimately the Mei is not going to finish this kill, right? Trying to stay alive here is a mistake. Just die. Okay, so your Mercy has gone Moira, which is interesting, right? People typically go Moira when they're getting pestered and they're not getting any help, or just something you can help with, or they're getting shot out of the air, right? Which is probably what's happening here with the Visor, is that she doesn't feel comfortable playing as Mercy because the soldier's really oppressive. There's not a lot that you can do about that, but the good news is your role kind of changes, right? Your Moira is now going to be, hopefully, the primary healer for your tank. Your job is now to keep the DPS alive. Do I like this Suzu? I think it's okay. I think eating that rocket is not good.
Thanks.
Right. So your soldier gets a kill there. So you're walking in front of your Orisa right now, right? Like that's kind of, again, problem number 1. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, if you get there sooner, what's your plan? You know what I mean? Like, you get here, and then what? You know, there's like a 700 health barrier here. You'll be attacking this until the end of time to try to kill this yourself. Like, there's no reason to be stepping forward here. Like, you just take this damage right here. You get scared, which, frankly, you're not in any danger, right? Because you got hit by Sigma orbs and Lucio. You're not going to die instantly from this, right? Then you force Suzu. Now you don't have Suzu for your team. Okay? You're also too far back now, because, again, if you were full health, you could have played closer with your Orisa. And then you would need to do this, okay? Again, Suzu would be great, right? Be able to potentially save, right? You could be able to save here. You could save here. Your Suzu getting forced out because you stepped forward to eat some spam damage and got nervous is the reason why this fight's lost. Right? This fight's already over. Right? It's either this is now die or get out. And I would probably just die. Right? I'll just play on the soldier. Yeah. No. Yeah.
Hey.
Okay, so it's 4 and 5 right now. Rimori's being not smart. Okay, so it's tough. You got to get up and get in pocket your Orisa here, right? Orisa's in. I look at the Orisa. Orisa's purple, right? Again, these heals take forever to get there.
What's
Again, you see how like the robot is gonna block some of your healing, right? It's like you gotta now what's your plan? Again, I think you just keep talking to your Orisa here. Everyone's focused on the Orisa. Nobody's trying to attack you except for the Sigma. That's because you walked in front of them. I think you just keep talking to your Orisa there. Again, I don't think you would have won that fight anyway, but that's the correct play here, is just continue talking to the Orisa.
the spring flows anew?
Again, if you've been in the right position, I think that fight also could have gone very differently.
I will not let you fall.
My ultimate is ready.
Judge Tyson.
Okay, so again, watch, right? Your Orisa steps up. Like, you can tell the Orisa's going down, you know? Like, you should be staying closer. Like, imagine a leash between you and her of, you know, closer than this, right? Basically where the soldier is to her, and just always keep that leash at all times. The Orisa's dropped now. Why are you not dropping? Right? Your Orisa's taking much damage. Now she pops Fortify because she gets scared, because she's not getting healed. Right? She gets really nervous because she's like, wait, if I guarantee your Orisa's at 500 health there, she's not popping Fortify. She starts taking damage. She's like, wait, I'm not being healed. She's like, I don't know what's going on in my backline. I pop Fortify. That's a perfectly normal reaction to do. Again, you really need to help you're backing up here as though there's a Whittle or somebody trying to pick you here, right? Just focus on the Orisa. I don't think you should stand still in the doorway, but like you can make sure that you can constantly keep healing the Orisa, right? Your Mercy's in super deep, right? I think if you switch step in there, you immediately throw Suzu. Right? Either she's gonna die or she's not, and if she's gonna die, then go in and Suzu, make sure that she lives. Okay, you win this fight. 2:16 left. Your team gets another pick. Again, I think your team is playing. Okay, great. So right there, right? Pow. The moment I see that purple, I Suzu. I Swift Step and then Suzu, right? My Orisa's at half health. I already saw my soldier or Mei, whichever it was. We can tell here it's a Mei, but I wouldn't be able to tell from that angle. I can already tell one of my DPS is low, but my Mercy's there to pocket, so I think that DPS should be fine. The second I see the tank is also low and purple, I know I have to go. Because even without the purple, there's no way my Mercy can heal both of these people, right? Mercy's a single target healer, only heals, 70 health a second or whatever. There's no way she can heal both of these people. She needs me there right now. Second is the purple's going to prevent my tank from healing at all. I must go, right? I must Swift Step here right away. Right? So you're still waiting. They're all going to die. Right? They trade, but the rest of the team's dead, and now what are you going to do? Right? And again, like, yeah, you move the robot like a small amount of distance. Again, this is a bad Suzu, right? Because it's too late now. You could have Swift Stepped for the record and got up there. Not that I think you would have won this fight anyway. I think this fight's already lost. Just simply the fact the spawn is closer, right? They have high ground advantage. There's just no way. Your Orisa's still making plays despite not getting healed. Like, again, I think we should watch this from your tank perspective. This is one of the best things I do to try to help supports understand how hard it is when you're not healing them. Right? Okay, your Orisa's in. She's making plays. She's gonna kill the Santa, right? Too bad she didn't have Javelin. Okay, she's purple. Right? Okay, she's dead. She's getting revived. Okay, going for the soldier, trying to prevent the soldier from killing Red Revisor. Tracking him down. Almost killing the soldier. Going after Sigma. Right? Still fighting. Still fighting. He's gonna kill the Sigma, maybe. Yeah, kills the Sigma. At no point in time in that did your Orisa get healed by you. It is 8:46, right? Your Orisa goes in, let's say right here, okay? For 26 seconds, your Orisa never gets any help from you. And I know that you're going to think, hey, I'm moving the cart, but you realize how little the cart actually mattered, right? If you played with your team, you wipe the enemy team, and then you walk back and move the cart. Yeah, no big deal, right? Moving the cart does not matter if your team is dead, right? Win the team fight first, then move the cart. That's probably the most important, single thing that I can give you coming out of this. All right, so everyone's dead here. You should die or get out. All right, get out. So you have Kitsune now. So, all right, good ultimate. One of the best ultimates in the game. You just want to keep everybody alive. Wait for your Orisa to come out. And again, totally winnable game, even if you never throw kunai this entire game. I've not seen a single opportunity where I'm like, oh, you really need to throw kunai. Maybe like when you're up there fighting the Cassidy with the Reaper, fighting the Reaper with the Cassidy rather. Again, why are you so far away from everybody? Like, you have to be advancing here. Like, your Orisa's already in. Like, granted, like, I know you didn't know the Orisa's going that way, but I'm like always thinking, like, where is my Orisa? Because my job here, right? If Mercy's here, her role is to play DPS, your job is to play the tank. Why are you both double pocketing this Reaper? Okay, my Orisa's in. I've definitely made a mistake here. I can see someone's critical, right? I gotta get forward. Okay. I'm keeping an eye on my Orisa, right? I want to potentially get, yep. Right call, right? Go. Pocket your soldier a second. All right. Now, again, be walking forward. You're taking cover already. I know my Orisa's out there, right? I should be stepping forward now. Unfortunately, your Orisa's dead. Again, because you were never positioned. Your Mercy pops ulti here, which is a mistake. This is a 4 and 5, right? You're not going to turn this even with Valk. Your Orisa probably has gotten frustrated playing Orisa and feels like she can't be effective because she's not getting enough healing. And now she's gotten Doomfist, which might be one of her worst tanks, potentially, right? And that's also kind of a soft throw right there. Right. You also didn't get a chance to use Kitsune in there because you just weren't in position. Alright, so your Doom's going in. All by themselves, try to stop the cap. This is a bad idea, right? I think you look at this and be like, there's no way we're winning this fight, right? This is a fight. Oh my god! Alright. Where is your team right now? So, you got your Mercy's over here. Where's your soldier? Soldier's coming up. I guess the soldiers are... I guess this is winnable. I personally wouldn't have done this, but I suppose this can theoretically work, because I wouldn't have known that Mercy was dead. But yeah, I guess this actually works out okay. It's fine, right? Again, oh god, you missed the Suzu, but didn't matter. Alright, healing. Again, you guys have a huge lead here. How do you lose this? Okay, so the Lucio's here, but I can hear Visor, right? So I think, can I kill the Lucio and have the overtime ticker run out before the soldier kills my team with Visor? If not, then I should go to my team and save them with Suzu, right? I think either one is a reasonable call. I haven't seen enough of your aiming mechanics to be able to tell for sure. My guess is no, since this game continues. But okay, yeah, I mean the soldier's coming to you, I guess. So the soldier's there. You swift stepped. What did you swift step to? So Suzu, right? I would swift step to the Mercy right after this. This is very lucky that the soldier did not kill you. Got distracted by the Doom. Back to Mercy. Again, like if she's doing this, don't worry about it. Just go back to your team. Right? Like look at what's happening in the front, because you're missing valuable heal opportunities. Right? Again, you stop healing your Doom here for no reason. Right? Your Doom still needs healing. Right? Keep healing. Keep healing. Stop looking at the Hanzo. Keep healing. Okay, great. He's gonna ulti. He's gonna hopefully get a bad Doom. I think your Doom is just much worse at Doom than they were on Orisa. So like that's also like sort of your fault in the sense that your Orisa probably switched because you wasn't being effective. People don't switch when they're being effective, right? Your Orisa been way more effective if you keep healing. Doom doesn't require nearly as much healing, so your Doom is trying to play around the fact that you haven't been supporting him enough. Is just spitting my version of what's going on here. Right? And now that they've switched to Doom, they're just not as effective. Okay, great. Doom wasn't working out. Now they've gone Hog, which is probably also kind of a throw. I would just step here, right? Get to your team faster. Okay, so the soldier's behind. Not your job to deal with it, right? Okay, so the second you pop that heal, right? Right? Strangely enough, like if the soldier's shooting me from behind, I'm trying to step forward here, not backwards. I pop this heal, and then like this lifts. I turn right now, and I look at my tank because I haven't looked at my tank in a while. Like, what's going on in my tank? Oh yeah, you could have healed your tank through the dragon, right? Okay. The ulti goes off. I look. What's my Reaper doing? Okay, that's the thing. I don't have Suzu right now. So there's not much I can do again. Okay, they pop. They pop. Booey. Something I can do. All right, this is tough because now being able to both DPS down, it's like kind of your job. You got to keep the Mercy alive, and you got to buy time here, right? You got to buy time. You close spawns, right? Your DPS gonna be here very soon. But remember, the soldier's behind you, so you should have been taking cover in here. Where your Mercy went is exactly where you should have gone, right? Because you have to understand your backside is open right here. Get up in here and heal from in here. Because nobody else has the ability to get at you. Like, they don't have any verticality here, as long as you stay in here. You take a lot of damage, which makes you nervous, right? You can't heal the Reaper as a result, so he's forced to Wraith, and then you get killed by the soldier. Why does the soldier kill you? Let's take a look. God, something about that. But I think that the fact that you got low is kind of the reasons why that was able to one-shot. And now your team is just falling apart. Because they have to fight right here or else they lose.
That was interesting. We can still win this. Take back the robot. Let the Kitsune guide you.
Okay, so we can stop there. What are my big takeaways? I would say number one, leave the cart. Win team fights first. Push the cart second. Number one. Number two, stay leashed to your tank constantly. I mean, typically, right? It depends on the lineup, but typically make sure that you're constantly healing your tank. Do as much healing as you possibly can. And number three, be careful with your Suzu usage. There's a couple times where you using Suzu because you're out of position, like results in you then, not having Suzu to be able to make a big play out of it. Hopefully that's helpful.